Hello everyone, how are you? I hope all is well. Hey, listen, I just wanted to share a couple of comments. This is Kathy Barnett, and I just wanted to share a couple of comments from Obama's farewell speech. In that speech, he said, "Our Constitution is a remarkable, beautiful gift, but it's really just a piece of parchment. It has no power on its own," he said. He said, "We the people give it power. We the people give it meaning with our participation, with the choices we make, with the alliances we forge, whether or not we stand up for our freedoms, whether or not we stand up and enforce the rule of law." Now, all of that sound really pretty, right? Really pretty words. But therein lies the problem with the Obama administration. And therein lies the problem with those who sit high and look down low at the rest of us. You know who I mean. I'm talking about the Hollywood elites, the ruling party elites, the UN, the George Soros of the world, who believe they know more and that their opinion is incredibly more valuable than the rest of ours. This is the problem we also saw with the Obama administration when he once arrogantly came before the American people and declared that he has a phone and a pen, referencing the fact that he will bypass the Constitution, that he will bypass Congress and enact whatever laws his little heart desired. That's the problem when you believe, as his comment in his farewell speech indicates, that our Constitution is a living, breathing document up for reinterpretation at the whim of whomever is in office at that time. But I want you guys to take note, because Trump is about to have access to that same pen and that same phone. And will it be okay for Trump to be able to make it up as he goes, as Obama has been able to, as Obama just declared in his farewell speech that our Constitution is nothing more than a piece of parchment, a piece of paper, and that we the people give it meaning we the people get to reinterpret it as we see fit. You know, our founding father, John Adams, once wrote that our Constitution is made only for a moral and religious people. It is wholly inadequate for the governing of any other kind of people. Now, what did he mean by that? He simply mean that our Constitution is only able to govern people who can clearly discern between good and bad, up from down, left from right, a boy from a girl. Our Constitution is incapable of governing people who do not have a sense of what is good and what is bad, what is up from what is down. It is not able to govern people like that. Our Constitution is only made to govern a particular kind of people. But we today now live in a society where you don't even have to be black to be black. Remember Rachel Dolezal? You remember Rachel Dolezal, right? The white lady who was working with the NAACP, got a really dark tan, put some weave in her head, and called herself black. And remember our culture having a debate. Remember Melissa Harris Perry coming out and asking the question, well, could she be black? No, she can't be black. She's clearly a white woman. But we now live in a culture where good is being called evil and evil is being called good. If you want to undo America, you first must undo the sense of right and wrong. I'm of the firm belief that most people don't understand this, but that America is the greatest country that has ever existed. That's not my opinion. That's a fact. America is the greatest country that has ever existed. And it is the greatest country that has ever existed because it was founded upon the greatest political document ever written in the world. America does not exist apart from the Constitution. If you take the Constitution away, America no longer exists. Some reason we have people today who, I mean, it really is almost comical if it wasn't true. We have people today who don't even read. And you ask them, what book are you reading? And I have literally had people say to me, oh, I don't like to read. Like, who says that out loud? But we have people in our country who don't even read, and now they're so comfortable to say it out loud that they don't like to read, and yet they think they're smart enough and adequate enough to reinterpret, to rewrite the Constitution. When you walk into the homes or walk into the museums of our founding fathers' homes and you look at their libraries, and the books are literally from the floor to the ceiling, and then then the guide tells us that they read every single one of these books. They were profound men who wrote this Constitution, who was superintended, I believe, by the hand of God to create such a powerful document. And for some reason, we have people who don't even like to read, who now believe they're in a position to reinterpret the greatest political document ever written in the world. But you need to understand that America does not exist apart from the Constitution. You take away the Constitution, America stops to exist. If you undo the Constitution, you undo America. That's a fact. That's a fact. And I think we need to resonate on that a little bit. America does not exist apart from the Constitution. And it should send chills down our spine when we have those who sit high, who has the ability to strike it down, to come before us and say, first and foremost, I have a phone and a pen, meaning I will bypass the Constitution, bypass Congress, bypass all of the safeguards to separate the powers that are inherent in the Constitution. That should send chills down our back. But even more so when he stands up and says, the Constitution is no more than a piece of paper, and we give it meaning, which in his language means I give it meaning. I tell the Constitution what it is and what it is not. This is just food for thought, because if it's not okay for Obama to declare himself king with that phone and a pen, just remember Donald Trump is about to inherit that same phone and that same pen. And if it's not okay for Obama, it's not okay for Trump. If you thought it was okay for Obama, do you also think it's okay for Trump? I doubt it. But this is food for thought. Share and pass this along. We are in a battle for the mind of our country. And someone's ideas are going to become the dominant ideas. We do not want the dominant ideas in our country to be the idea that our Constitution, the thing that says we are who we are, to be considered just a piece of paper. Share it, comment. God bless.